So here we have different regions. Go and select any region. I am selecting Mumbai region. Now here there is no instance. So let me create one instance. Just click on instance. There is no instance. Just click launch instance. So right now I am launching one instance. Select Amazon Linux. Just click select. And then so these are all default settings only. Just click on configure instance details. Right, these are all the default settings. Add storage. So by default, Linux operating system hard disk space 8 GB. I am increasing to 20 GB hard disk space, and then add tag. Tag means name. So just I am adding name to my operating system, my virtual machine. Name is this is the server. So I can give test to so Linux server. I can give any name, text Linux server, test Linux server 1. Yeah, just configure security groups. This is by default. I'm allowing SH port number, SH I am allowing. Just review and launch. Just click on launch. I'm just creating a create new key pair. Key pair name is the test key pair. Test key. Line you can do Linux Linux key pair. Download key pair. This is the key pair used to connect to your Linux operating system. Launch instance. I just created one launch instance. Just click on view instance. Yeah. This is the operating system just now I created. So once it's started, just we need to wait up to status. It should be created. Right. So status should be created. Okay. So meanwhile, I will try to create the one cluster, Elastic Cluster Management. So today concept ECS, Elastic Kubernetes Services, ECS. Elastic Kubernetes Services. Yes. Just click on refresh. Yeah. So before initializing, just open another tab, select the same Mumbai region, just select AP South one Mumbai region, right? Now here I'm trying to launch the Mumbai region, and then open ECS, Elastic Kubernetes Services, EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Services, the most trusted way to run and scale your Kubernetes. Yeah, just click on Kubernetes Services. Yeah. So right now there is no clusters here. So Elastic Kubernetes Service is fully managed Kubernetes control panel. So I'm just creating the master node here. Just click on add cluster. Try to create one cluster. Create a cluster. Here you can enter the cluster name. So I am giving cluster name hello. What? You can give any name. So hello what? What cluster? Name is my cluster is hello what. This is the Kubernetes version. So 1.21 I am installing default version. Role. So right now I have the EKS cluster role. I'm selecting the cluster role. Yes, click next. So here there are the default settings only now. So default VPC I'm selecting, right? Default security group. So I selecting subnets are selected. Security group is default. So cluster endpoint must be public. Yes, I selected public. Yeah, network ads are remaining all are default settings. Kube proxy, Kube core DNS version, everything is default. And then click next. Just click on next. And then click next. Create. I just created the one cluster. Just click on create. Yeah. So to create cluster, it will take time. Cluster is nothing but a collection of the nodes. In the node is nothing but one virtual machine. You can deploy your application in that particular node. Right now, I created one Linux machine. So this is my mission. So for example, assume that this is your Linux-based machine. This is a cluster I'm creating. So in your Linux machine, now first connected to your Linux machine. So select your Linux machine. Just refresh. Status check should be green. Yes, my machine is ready. Yeah, copy this public IP address. Now open the putty gen. So what open putty gen. Now just click on RSSH1 RSA load. Select the key pair. So at time of installing the operating system, I downloaded Linux key pair. Click open. Yes, click OK, and then click save private key. Just click on yes. Give the name test key. Test key. So 55. You can give any name, just save. The key is saved. Now copy this public IP address. Now again open the putty software to connect it to your Linux computer. Putty. Now enter your IP address and then appearance and selecting the appearance change 16 or 14. Yes, 14. Click OK and then select SH, extend SH, select authentication. On the right side, you can just click on browse. Yes, select the test key 55, click open, just to open, accept. Now to ask the default username for any AWS instance, EC2-user. It is connected to my Linux computer. Now I successfully log on into my Linux machine. Now you can see present working directory, ls, everything is right. So here you can execute all Linux command, calendar command, date command, df command, du command, top command. So you can execute all Linux commands. Control C. Yes. Now right now I log in as user. This is my username. This is my host name. This is the default directory. Dollar symbol indicates I log in as user. So you can enter the command who am I. Right now I log in as EC2 user. Now you want to switch, you can switch to the administrator also. Okay. Now clear. So in this mission, I want to install the two software to connect to the cluster. So in the AWS management portal, I created one cluster. To connect this cluster, Linux computer, we have to install the two software. So one is the AWS CLI. Second one is the remove this old one, old putty connections. Yes, remove this old putty connections. So clear. So Dagger and AWS CLI. So I want to install the AWS CLI. Before that, sudo space m space update space -y. I'm installing the initial plugins. Once initial plugins successfully installed, now you have to install the AWS CLI. So to install the AWS CLI, we have the commands. So now, just go and I want to install the AWS CLI. Now just you enter like this AWS CLI. Login, open this AWS CLI. Now it will display the one guide to install the AWS CLI. Yeah. So yeah, configure AWS CLI. Now here, getting started, install update. Yes, this is the, I want to install the AWS CLI for Linux machine. Just click extend Linux. So these are the commands to install the AWS CLI software. Now open putty terminal. So clear. Now enter the AWS CLI. Yeah, this command is installed successfully. I am installing the AWS CLI. Enter. Yes, AWS CLI install. Just a minute. Yeah, so let's, yeah, see AWS CLI successfully installed. So if it is not installed or not, you can check the version AWS version. Okay, it's AWS version. Yeah, so AWS CLI 2.0 version is successfully installed. Along with the AWS CLI, now we install Python 3.8 also installed. Right. Once so installing the AWS CLI, now we need to connect to AWS CLI to your dashboard. So to connect to your dashboard, now open here, go for security credential. Now take your access key and private key. Here, go for access key, private key. Shall create a new access key and private key. So yes, copy this two details, access key and private key. Copy paste your notepad. Yes, access key, private key, copy paste. You can download also. Download this file, then close. So access key, private key generate. Now you can connect it to that access key, private key. Now here, copy the access key ID. AWS configure. Enter the access key and then enter the secret key. This is the secret key. Yes, enter secret key. Yes. Now to ask the default region name. Right now I logged into region. My region name is Mumbai is comes under AP dash South dash 1 region. Now enter that region, AP dash South dash 1 region, AP dash South dash 1 region. Default output format JSON. Yes, I entered. Now I successfully installed the AWS version AWS CLI. I connected to AWS management portal. Okay, next I have to install the Docker. So Docker software. So to install the Docker software, this command is install. So Docker in Amazon Linux. Now you can go and install the Docker. Yeah, here you select this one. Right. These are command to install the Docker. Copy this command. Enter here. Sudo m update -y. After that, you have to enter this command. Yes. So sudo Docker installation. Yeah, after that we have to install this command sudo yum install docker. Yes, yes, Docker is installing successfully. Here, next sudo yum install docker. Yes, clear. So Docker successfully installed. So start the Docker sudo system ctl dot docker. I'm starting Docker service again. Sudo system ctl status Docker. Yeah, Docker installed successfully. Docker service started. Now check the Docker version sudo space Docker space -v clear. So Docker sudo space Docker space -v. Yeah, Docker version 20.10.7 installed successfully. Now check the Docker images per command sudo space Docker space images. There is no images sudo space Docker space. Yeah, there is images, right? So Docker successfully installed. Once AWS CLI, Docker both are installed. Next, you have to install the kubectl. So install to connect to your cluster. Install kubectl on Windows, Amazon Linux. Yeah, just click on this one. Install kubectl. Open this link. So this guide is available here. I want to install kubectl on Mac OS. You can install Linux, Windows. Right now I am using the Linux. So this is the I installed the cluster 1.21 version. Now this is command to install kubectl. Copy paste this one and go and paste here. Yes, enter. Kubectl is also successfully installed. Once installed kubectl, now you can see bottom option 2. So this is the this is the option 2. Select this one, verify download. So it is once download or not, just copy this option and let's verify. Enter. Yes, yes, it's got verified. Next to step 3. In step 3 you can see this is the command, give the permission. Let's give the permission. Yes, right, permission is done. Next to step 4, make a directory. Yes, enter, right, done. And then step 5, step 4, then come down to step 5, enter this command. As per document only, just you have to follow. Yes, right. And then step 5, now check the version and client version kubectl. Yeah, kubectl install or not, it will display yes. Now client version 1.21. So by using this kubectl, you can connect it to your cluster successfully. So a kubectl successfully installed. Now I want to connect it to my cluster. Now go and check your cluster is created or not. Just refresh. So in this Mumbai region, AP South, Mumbai region comes under AP South 1. I created one cluster. Cluster is active, right? So once creating cluster, now you have to connect it to your cluster. So the commands to connect to your cluster is, these are the commands to connect to cluster. AWS EK region, AP South 1, describe the cluster. Cluster name is, I am just allow what. So this is my cluster name, only allow what I am taking. Just copy these 2 commands. You have to enter these 2 commands to connect it to from your Linux local system to cluster, AWS cluster, EKS cluster. Yeah, my cluster name is hello what. So you can verify what is our cluster name. So hello WR. Yes, same name you have to enter. Hello, WR. So this is my cluster name. Yes, and then here my cluster name is hello world. That's it. So enter these two commands. Copy this command here, paste, enter. Yeah, cluster is active. My cluster is active. Next to enter this command, EKS AP South region. Here, enter. See, added context also added. So now you can enter the some output comments. So now after entering, now you can see the kubectl get svc. So nodes is still not created. Now just enter the kubectl get nodes. Yeah. So this is the cluster IP address. There is no external IP not released. So enter this one kubectl get nodes. Kubectl get nodes. There is nodes created, right? I want to create the node. So master node is ready. I want to create the worker nodes. So cluster one cluster created in one VPC. Now go for here, AWS dashboard. So I want to create the compute. Just click on compute. I want to create the node group. So here you can add node group or you can add forget property. So let me add the node group. This node group. Group name is the worker node. Worker node. Worker node. Nodes. Yeah, so IAM role. So we need to create the IAM role. So I go for open the IAM role in another page and add the IAM role. So I want to add one IAM role. Select IAM role. Create one IAM role. Yeah, here we need to select the EC to EKS Elastic Kubernetes Services EKS. Just EKS. In here we need to select EKS node group. Yeah, these are the policies we need to select. Okay, and then select EKS. Okay, click next permission. Now search here. Search with these names. First one is the Imagine EKS policy. Now we need one role. I'm creating my own role. Search. It's not there. Go for previous. Go for EC2 only. Click next. Now search for this. Yeah, select this one and then select this policy also. Go here and enter second policy. Select this one and then enter the third one. By creating one worker group node policy, yes, select this one. Three policies connected. Add tag, review, name of the node. So worker node role. Okay, create role. So the three policies are added. I am just creating the role. Once create this role, you can add into that role. Yeah, role is created. Now go here, just refresh. Role will be displayed at the bottom. Now you can see role will be this worker node role one. So after selecting the role, these are all the default settings only. Remaining all are click next. So this is the per worker node. You want to use the Linux operating system type. So by default, Linux operating system selecting capacity type on demand. Instant type to that media or this side 20 GB. Minimum number of the size. So how many nodes you want? So two by default two is there. I am saying if you want to increase two or you want to increase four, you can increase the node size also. By default two nodes I am creating the. Now you want to increase, you can go for three also. Yeah, 3, 4, 4 like this. You can go. Click next and then click next. Yes, create the work node. Create work node will be created. So see, this work node will be successfully creating. So node process in progress. Just wait. It will take 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah. So once work node creates, you can enter the kubectl command. Kubectl now get nodes. Kubectl space get space nodes. See, right now there is nodes, no node points. Again, get pods. There is no pods. So kubectl get svc service. Yes, service is available. There is nodes, no pods. Let's see. Nodes will be, we are creating nodes. Nodes will be under process. Just click and refresh. So successfully we created one cluster in EKS Elastic Kubernetes Services. Master node is created and then worker nodes also, 3 worker nodes also created. You can see just click on nodes. 3 worker nodes will be created here. Let's see, just refresh. 3 nodes will be displayed. Still creating, just click on refresh. So this is my cluster, allow what cluster. Cluster is active, go for workload. Yeah, just workload. So these are the my cluster details, configuration information under compute. So this is the worker node. Open the worker node. Is still creating. So once the worker node create, nodes will be displayed here. Just allow what. See, this is still creating. Once this is created, our worker nodes are ready. Now you can deploy your any applications on your cluster. So by using the kubectl client application. This is kubectl, the client application. Via kubectl are connected to control panel of the EKS cluster. So I created the cluster, I created the worker nodes. Now you can deploy your application from GitHub. Source code you can take from GitHub. This is GitHub. Now you can deploy any applications from GitHub directory repository. You can deploy here. Just refresh. Just click on refresh. It's active. Now worker node is active. Click on nodes. Now you can see 4 nodes created. Maximum 4. 4 worker nodes are created. Now you can deploy your application into these 4 worker nodes. So I want to deploy. So for deploy, now you can enter the kubectl get space nodes. It will display all our nodes. See, all 4 nodes are ready. All are created. 50 seconds back. These nodes are created successfully. Right. So yeah, let's check the any deployment is done. Kubectl get pods. There's no deployments. I want to deploy this some applications on these worker nodes. Right. So to deploy, so go for your repository, any GitHub repository. Sample, I want to deploy this application, one application. Here, copy this one and paste here. I want to deploy the one application. Enter. Enter. Kubectl create okay. No, just dollar sign are copied. Just copy and kubectl only. This is the command. Now copy paste this command. And so I deployed one application on pod node app is created. Pod node app is created. Once deploy, now you can enter this command kubectl get pods. One application nothing but any application, Java, Python, any application you can deploy into your cluster. On 4 worker nodes, my application is running. Kubectl get pods. See, node 1011 app is ready. Yes, it's got created. And then you can verify the logs also. Kubectl describe pods node. Now enter this command. Yes, describe the pods. See all the. So these are the nodes, worker nodes. I deployed my application. This is my application details. So where this application I taken. So my project details. This application I successfully deployed. After applying, you can check the logs also. Yeah, this is command. Execute command on pods. So copy this command. You can execute your application kubectl execute node app. Yeah, my application is successfully executed. See, my process is running successfully. You can open your application by using this external IP address, kubectl port number. This is the protocol allowed. This is the IP address, TCP port number, IP address allowed, everything is fine. Like this, you can verify. So you can get into pod terminal. If you want to execute into pod terminal, yes, copy this command. You can execute into pod terminal. Yes, so I am in pod terminal. So you can execute, you can list all the information, Docker file, present working directories. This is the applications, LL, LS, LDR, LTR. You can see all the Docker file information, everything. Okay, next you can see the log information, your application log information also. Now go and copy. You can test the log information. Yes, kubectl log node. You can come back and you can check it. So you can exit here. So yes, you can check the log information. Now you can see log. These are the log information. Now after checking log information, you can test your application. Yeah, you can expose your application via internet. So this application you can give customer access also. You can expose this via internet. Services also exposed like this. Okay, so these are these applications. See, I successfully created one cluster. Simple. First, you need to log into your AWS dashboard and select any region. I selected region and just create one one cluster. This is my hello world cluster is created. So after creating cluster, so same region, create the one EC2 dashboard was EC2 instance. Go for EC2 dashboard and create one Amazon Linux mission. So mission is created. So log into this particular mission, okay, and connected to via this mission. In this mission, you need to install the AWS hyphen version. AWS CLI you have to install. So AWS space hyphen version. Yes, you need to install this sudo space docker -v. Docker you have to install. Next, you have to install the kubectl. Kubectl also you have to install. So after install the kubectl client version also you have to install. These are the softwares you need to install. By using kubectl, you need to connect to the cluster. Once cluster is connected, then you have to install the worker nodes. Go for your cluster, open your cluster. Here under compute, just click add node group and then add the worker node. Under worker nodes, 4 nodes are added. So I want to deploy my application on this node group. So I can deploy my application. I take sample application from in GitHub repository. You can take any sample application, you can deploy. So successfully cluster created, worker nodes group created. I deploy my application also. I verify my application. You can see the output of the verification go to in the pod terminal. Yeah. So this is the execute command to check your output of your node application. I tested my output result also. This is my application name. Yeah, it's executed successfully. This is my application information, right? So like that, you can execute your, you can deploy any applications in your worker nodes. So you can also test how my worker nodes running in my application. My application running in kubectl get space nodes. Now see my application running in 4 worker nodes. My application ends. Once practical done, now you can remove the, first you have to remove the cluster. After that you can remove the worker node. First you need to remove the worker node. After that you have to remove the cluster. This is process you have to do. So first I want to select the worker node, delete the cluster. Yes, hello what delete. Yes, yeah, I'm deleting cluster. So once you cluster deleted, automatically first you need to delete the worker node. Yes, work node. After removing work node, you can remove the cluster. First you need to remove the work node, then you can remove the cluster. Again, you can create the same process. Got it? Okay, so these steps. So tomorrow I will repeat again. So tomorrow I will repeat to ECR, Elastic Container Registry, and then Elastic Container Services. Again, I will repeat the Elastic Kubernetes Services. So once Josh is joined, I will repeat these 3 concepts again. These are 3 very important concepts. Once this concept done, then we can go for the Terraform concept. Okay, thank you.